everybody, this is Chrissy. I'm bringing you a yoga video today. I know I haven't done a yoga video in a long time, and I'm sorry about that. I've just been really burnt out. There's been sort of an undercurrent of anxiety in the world right now, and it seems like even the normal everyday little tasks are becoming incredibly stressful to do. It just takes a lot of my energy to do even the small things like chores around the house, or just even a couple things I enjoy, like taking care of my own body. But I was recently laid off from my job, so while I'm job searching for a new career path, I am gonna try to upload videos as often as I can. I no longer have a laptop, so I'm recording this video on my phone. I don't know how the volume is gonna be or the quality of the video, but please bear with me. I just want to give you some space and some time and some energy to recharge your body and to bring breath to your mind, to your body, and to your muscles, and to your heart. So I hope you can hear me, and we'll go ahead and get started. You'll want a block if you've got it, or a pillow or a blanket or something like that, and then you'll want something that can double as a strap. If you don't have a real yoga strap, I'm using a robe tie from my house robe that works just as well. You can use like a necktie or a belt or anything else like that. Just something to help you get a little extra grip. And I'm gonna have some music on the background, but it's probably not gonna be loud enough for you to hear, so you can put on whatever you like. You can have silence, or you can just put on your own music. And once you're ready, I'm ready, and we'll go ahead and get started. So find a comfortable seat, a place where you can relax, let your eyes close. Take a couple deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach your fingers to the ceiling, clasp your hands, push your palms up, roll your shoulders back and down, lift your ribs, and take this into a twist. You'll want your block or can of soup or something if you are a little bit on the shorter side. Left hand comes to the mid-thigh, lift the heart, lift the chest, add the neck if it feels good, as much as you can, don't wrench it around. Inhale, lift your arms back up to the ceiling. Clasp, push, roll your shoulders back and down. And twist. And release. Grab your strap. Twist it up a couple times around your hands and switch out the cross of your legs so you're not uneven. Lift your arms, fists up to the ceiling, and then bring your elbows down to your ribs with the strap behind your neck so you've got a little tension there, and hold and breathe. And release. Bring that up one more time. Elbows in, tuck them to the ribs, lift the heart, lift the chest. And release. Drop that strap or keep it with you, your choice. And straighten your legs out front, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, toes back to nose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Fold. I've got my booty up on a block here because I'm really tight. I've been doing some running and like HIIT style classes, so my muscles are kind of tight, so I'm going to use my strap just to give me a little extra elongation through my spine. Elbows back. On an inhale, lift on up. All right, we're gonna come to the tops of our mats and do some sun salutations. So put all your stuff to the side. Let's get in 6 sun salutations. I'm probably gonna hit the ceiling here. Oh, I cut off my head. See if I can back this up a little bit. I think I might just be headless for standing parts of the video. That's okay. Stand here, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, roll your shoulders back and down. Ground your feet, tuck your navel up into your spine. Inhale, reach up. Take this first one nice and slow. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up to a half back. Fold back again. We're going to step our right foot back. And just naturally let yourself come into a lunge for this first one. So settle onto railroad tracks, not a tightrope, so your feet are hips distance apart, hands to heart center. Fold over and step your feet together. Find your plank. This can be done on your knees or on your toes. Tighten that core up. Drop to your knees. We'll all do this first one together. Draw your elbows down. Lift up. Find a tiny itty bitty baby cobra. Draw your elbows into your ribs. Turn your toes. Lift your navel up into your spine. Roll back, push back, and walk out your down dog. Pedal out your down dog, take your dog for a run to the park, roll it out, shake out your head, shake out your neck. And let's do that lunge on the other side. Take that right leg up. Make sure you're on tightrope. You're not on tightrope, you're on railroad tracks. Your feet are hips distance apart. Reach on up, settle into that back leg. Hands to heart center. Forward fold. Inhale, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Navel stays tucked. Hands to heart center. And release. All right, we're going to do 5 more of those. You can take them up to speed. You can take them with your planks full out. You can take your up dogs instead of your cobras. You do you. You can mix and match. But we'll breathe through it together. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up to a half back. Exhale, step, hop, or jump your feet back. And find your plank. Knees or toes. Come forward onto your tippy toes or stay on your knees. Draw your elbows into your ribs. Up dog or cobra. I'm opting for a higher cobra here. Puffing my lungs up forward. Exhale, turn toes. Step your feet to meet your hands. Half back to forward fold. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Hands to heart center. 4 more. Find your mountain pose. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, tailbone tucks under. Nice little girdle of strong muscles for your core. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Step back or hop back. If you're hopping back, use all of your core muscles so that you land with control. Elbows in, up dog or cobra. Turn toes, push back. Step feet to meet the hands or hop. Half back to forward fold. Inhale up. Hands to heart center. 3 more. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Breathe down, puff up those lungs. Mix and match your cobras and your up dogs. Turn toes, push the tailbone back. Roll the shoulders, strength through your chest. Step, hop, or jump your feet to the top of your mat. Half back to forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Hands to heart center. 3 more. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Breathe down, puff up those lungs. Mix and match your cobras and your up dogs. Turn toes, push the tailbone back. Roll the shoulders, strength through your chest. Step, hop, or jump your feet to the top of your mat. Half back to forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Hands to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Fold again, step, hop, or jump your feet back. If you're stepping back, make sure you're alternating feet. My body's just asking for cobras today. Not so much those up dogs. Doesn't have to be the flashiest yoga to be the best yoga. One more together. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge from the hips. Dive out of the waist. Lift up. Step back. Breathe down. Lift. Up dog or cobra. High, medium, or low. Turn toes. Step, hop, or jump. Feet to meet the hands, half back to forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Hands to heart center. I'm always afraid I'm going to whack this ceiling. All right, so now that we've got our sun salutations out of the way, our body's a little more warm, we're a little more energized, let's move into some standing postures. So come back to the top of your mat. I'm going to move my mat this way a little bit because I keep hitting the ceiling. I'm not that tall, I don't know how that keeps working. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, tuck your tail underneath, roll your shoulders back and down. Go ahead and lift up that right leg, so start to balance. Think about where your navel is. Lift that knee up to your chest. Take your right hand to your shin bone. Just open that out to the side. Just check in with your balance today. And then step that right leg back into a lunge. So we want to work on our stance here. We're not on a tightrope. We're on railroad tracks. Feet are hips distance apart. Sink into that back leg and check to make sure your knee is over your ankle. Reach on up. If you're feeling sassy today, you can lift that front heel as long as it doesn't cause any discomfort to your knee joint. Roll your shoulders back and down. Engage your glutes. Hands to heart center. Let that back foot come down into a warrior one. So we got a little bit of an angle here. You're going to want to walk that front foot in a little bit so it's right in line with the front of you, not so much out like it was with the lunge. Toe points forward, back foot in, lift up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Feeling nice and strong and confident here, hips edging toward forward, knees soft. You can take your hands behind your rib cage, lifting up, or you can keep that and lift your fingers up to the ceiling, or steeple your fingers together. Hands to heart center. Bring your hands down, either to blocks or to the mat. Lift that back heel up, place the kneecap down, and straighten this front leg out. Stick a block underneath your calf if you need to, or a block in front of the foot. It's even nice and helpful. Something for your toes to grip on. And forward fold. Move your blocks out of the way, bend that knee right on top of the ankle. Walk your hands to the inside of your leg. So your hands are on the big toe side of your left leg. And come on down. Onto this thigh. Maybe you want to come onto blocks or onto your forearms. Work a little lizard pose here. This is one of those breathe into it and try to enjoy it things. So what we're gonna do here, and because you're on the other side, just try to follow along with the sound of my voice here. You're gonna take this left leg, you're gonna take your peace fingers, you're gonna grab the left leg, and you're just gonna extend it, kind of Pilates style, to where you think you can. So it might be here, it might be here, it might be here, it might be here, could be all the way up. Rest on this right hand. Place that foot back down. We're going to reverse our way out of this. So turn your toe under, draw your navel up into your spine, lift the leg, walk it out. Let's do that all on the other side. Starting, of course, from our mountain pose. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, roll your tailbone back and down, engage your core, lift on up. I wish you guys were here, then you can tell me, then you can tell Chrissy you're getting your rights and your lefts wrong. Inhale, lift up. We're gonna take this left leg. Now we're gonna take it up, grab the shin bone, just bring it out a little bit. Each side of your body is gonna be different when it comes to balance. So that's just kind of how human bodies work. Don't get too wrapped up in it. Step that leg back, find your railroad tracks. Inhale up. So you've got options. Steeple your fingers, you can roll your shoulders back and down. And then let that back foot just drop into your warrior one. Walk that front foot in. Just get a little bit of an angle back there. Stretch for the ankle. Hips aim towards straight, just like you have headlights on your hip bones. Knee on top of ankle. Sweep up. Settle in. Got options with your hands. And we're going to take a lizard's pose on this side. So lift off that back heel. Bring your hands to the inside of the foot. And then walk it out. Nice, open in the heart, in the chest. And then when you, or if you decide you want to come down, you can make your way to a block or to forearms. And this is one of those, breathe into it. It's probably not going to feel like great, but it shouldn't hurt. It should just be maybe a little stretchy, uncomfortable. So bring some breath into that space. Think of the breath as like a mop or a broom, and it's just going into those corners of your body, swirling out all that dust, getting out all those cobwebs, and allowing your body to come out the other side a little bit cleaner. So draw your navel up into your spine, roll your weight onto your hip, take your peace fingers, and aim for your toes. That might be here, could be here, could be here, could be here. Find a stretch that feels good-ish on your body. Get a little Pilates in here, stretching this out, out, out. And look a little Jane Fonda right now, I know. And we're gonna reverse this out. We have 2 more standing sequences. So turn your toes, push, lift your legs, take a little 3-legged dog, stretch it out. Our next standing sequence is going to come from downward dog. So take a minute or 2 in here, breath or 2, pedaling it out, letting it feel good, powering through your core, bringing those sits bones back, armpits to the thighs. When you're ready, lift your right leg up, bend your knees, stack your hips, get a little bit twist. Hi, look under your armpits. Step that right leg between the hands, back foot comes nice and flat behind you. Arms out, warrior 2. Settle into your hip bones. You might want to block. There it is. All right, you might want to block. Sit on down. Reverse your palms. Reverse your warrior. This can be hand to the thigh, hand to the calf. You just never want to grip onto the knee. You can also weave the hand around you. Top arm comes up and over. Check in. There's a tendency to take your knee off your ankle here, so leave that lined up. and then lean back. Straighten your front leg, walk your back foot in a little bit, so you're not putting any tension on your knees. Draw your navel up into your spine, tip into the hip for a triangle pose. Don't feel like you have to showboat here. You're probably maybe alone in your house. Use a block, use a can of soup, use something. You don't have to touch the floor. Actually touching the floor closes off your ribs here, making it harder to breathe. You want to open that up. You want lots of space and light coming in this shape. If you're feeling sassy, you can take this top arm behind you. Circle your hands down, bend that knee at the same time. Fingertips to the mat, pop the back leg up, and take it knee to nose. Back leg back, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more for 5, extend. Knee to nose, extend. Use your block or keep your fingertip down, rotate up to half moon pose, hips stack, fingertips to the ceiling, palm out. Breathe. Lift that leg a little bit higher. Gently take it down. Use the control of your core to bring that foot back into your warrior 2. Forearm to the top of the thigh. Reach and lift, or drop the hand down, or come to a block for side ankle pose. Stand on up. Turn your toes in a little bit. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Exhale, fold, take your block with you. Make sure your arches are lined up, your toes are turned in so you can get access to your hips. Inhale, lift up. Let's take that all on the other side. So you can meet in down dog through a sun salutation, or you can just kind of step your way back there, or you can get some water, pause the video, reset, whatever you need to do. Meet me in down dog. So once you're in down dog, take that left leg, left leg, bend the knees, stack the hips. Take that left leg between, come into your warrior 2, your knee, your ankle, your heel, your arch, hip bones, pelvis nice and wide and open. Settle into it. Reverse your palms, reverse your warrior. That instinct to pull out. Keep your knee over your ankle. Tricky. Straighten that leg, walk your back foot in a little bit. Dive down, use your block. Don't show off here. Take that arm behind you if you want. Bend that front knee. We're gonna do those 5 little curls. Place your fingertips down, pop that back leg up. Empty the belly, knee to nose. Extend. Empty the belly, knee to nose. Extend. Empty the belly, knee to nose. Extend. 2 more. And since you've already got your balance, twist that hip one on top of the other. Spread that foot, step into both feet, palms out. Palm faces the direction you look. Use those core muscles to step yourself back into warrior two. Spinning a moment to find gravity. Toes forward, then toes in. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Forward fold. Slowly roll up. We have one more standing sequence. I'm gonna keep working a little balance. I don't know about you, but balance right now seems essential to life. I don't have enough of it, so hopefully we can internalize a little of our external balance into our muscles, mind, and heart, and feel a little more balanced. So we're gonna start this standing sequence right here. Your knees over your ankles, thumbs inside the thighs, four fingers pointing out. Let your shoulders come up by your ears. I know that's not something you hear a yoga teacher say, but for right now, let those shoulders ride by your ears. Push into your right leg. Now you do not want your hand on your knee. You want it mid-thigh. Push into your right leg and twist. Push into your left thigh and twist. Lift your heels, hands to heart center. Palms out if you want. Find a goddess pose. Lock your navel into your spine. Sweep up. Beautiful. Bring your feet underneath your hips. Again, I think I've lost my head here, but it is what it is. Stand, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Coming into that classic tree pose, drop into your right foot. You can use a wall, a ceiling if you're in a small space, a chair, or you can just try to stand on your own. Don't show off. It's your practice, nobody else's. Bring that foot to the side of the calf, the ankle, or the thigh, but we are not going to put that foot on the kneecap. That is such a bad idea, putting that on the outside of the kneecap. Bring your arms up, or hands to heart center, or airplane. Breathe, hands to heart center. Take your left hand to your shin bone. Open that up, right hand to the hip. You can take your belt, your strap, with your peace fingers to your big toe. And see how that feels today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cheated myself a little bit there. And settle back down. Shake out that foot. You might have like a death grip on your mat with your toes, and that doesn't help anybody. That just feels like trash. So it's kind of instinct. So shake that out. We'll do that on the other side. And that's it for our standing stuff. But we've got to go back into our horse stance. You can be very dramatic about this if you want to. You can come into it through a squat and then some hops. It just feels a little sassy to do that. Send your tailbone down. We're going to do that little stretch. Keep your hands at the mid-thigh. Push into your right. Look towards your left. Push into your left. Oof. Look towards your right. Now you don't want to push down as you lift your heels, right? So get light and lifted. Tailbone under, heart, chest, nice, bright, and happy. Hands to heart center. We're going to try our tree on our other side. So balance, 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 balance. Balance is breath. Breath is balance. Those things are tied together. So your foot can come here, here, or here. Never put it on the outside of your thigh. That's just bad ideas. And remember, one side of the body is going to be different from the other. So lock your eyes on a drishti, a focal point, something that doesn't move. a lock for your gaze. And don't forget to breathe. Take the shin bone, open it up. This side, always so much more difficult than the other one. Take your peace fingers or your strap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake it out. We're going to take one more sun salutation to our butts for some final stretches. So meet me up in mountain pose. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, reach up. Hands to heart center. Hinge back. Lift up. Send your feet back. Walk out this one last down dog. Oh, send those hips down, 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 and up. Chest to the thighs, fingertips nice and grounded. Not pushing, not gripping, just grounded. I could stay here for the rest of my life. Step, hop, or jump to your butt. All right, so now that you're on your butt, adjust all your ponytails as necessary. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Ground your booty down. Draw your heels in a little bit. Take your block, stick it in between your thighs if you got it. If you don't, just imagine like you have a tiny penguin and he needs to stay off the ice, so you're just huddling your tiny penguin between your thighs. Lift your legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't go soft in the chest there. Keep it nice and bright. Lift up, forward fold. Two more times, 2 more sets of 5. Yeah, that's just 15. I think we'll be fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. All about that control. One more lift up. Heart and chest nice and proud. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Good job. Take your block out from underneath you. Take this right leg. What's better here? This works. Take your right leg behind you. Lift your heart, lift your chest. If this doesn't work, if this feels like trash, take your foot to the inside of your thigh instead, okay? Or stick a block underneath your butt. All sorts of options. Lift your heart, lift your chest, fold. Good place for a strap. So many options. The world is your yoga oyster. I've always been confused by that. Like, is it because there's a pearl inside, or it's sand turning into a pearl? I don't really get that metaphor. I don't like oysters. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't really, somebody explain it to me. Lift your heart, lift your chest. We're gonna do a little fancy maneuvering here. Our last like thing on this side. Put your right hand down, okay? Your left foot is gonna come to the floor. And then you're gonna extend that out and lift. You can lift the leg if you want. If you're like, hey, I don't want to hold this for 5 breaths, I want to do some ab stuff instead, there's your option. And sit back down. Switch sides. All right, tuck that left leg back or to the side here. Lift your heart, lift your chest, toes back to nose, inhale up. Use your strap if you want it. Roll on up. And we're gonna do that little fancy maneuvering. So put this foot down so that when you pull up, you're not like tweaking your kneecap. And then extend it out. So you can stay here, gate pose. You can lift it to modified half moon pose, or you can add some crunches. Go ahead and sit on through. All right, so if there's anything else your body needs right now, take like a minute or two to do that before you roll on back to Shavasana. I need some butterfly poses, I need some cobbler's pose, but whatever your body's like, hey, I need this release in this area, or if you just don't know what to do, like if you don't have a posture in mind, but your body's like, please make this shape, do the thing. If it's stretching, twisting, breathing, getting some water, gently under your breath, cursing, whatever you need to do, just let it out before you settle into Shavasana. On your time. So if you want to pause the video, if you're not done yet, go ahead and pause the video right now. And we're going to roll back to Shavasana. So if you've been in a class with me before, you know how this goes. Take your block or just your tiny penguin between your thighs. Roll back and down slowly. Don't beat me to the mat. Chin stays connected to chest. You might feel the need for a little extra twisting action here. Ugh, twisting to the right. And to the left, or you might feel the need to like extend your legs up, or you might feel the need to do like a bear pose thing, or whatever, just do you. We didn't really do enough in the shoulders and the chest to justify doing full wheels, but if you feel like that's a part of your practice, go for it. Just please take care of yourself, your spine and your neck. And then when you're ready, settle on into Shavasana. So allow your heart to come all the way into settling. So imagine dropping your heart just into your chest. Roll your hands open into the sides. Roll your shoulders down your mat. Let your ankles come out to your side. Let everything just roll out like your dough for a pie, just rolled out. I know there's a temptation to skip this part. Trust me, I felt that. You're like, hey, the video's done. I'm gonna go do my thing now. You can't keep me here, lady.